Hi, this is Paul Lynch from Tank Modeler channel with my buddy build with switcher in regards to the M1A2 Operation Iraqi Freedom. This video now is showing the anti-slip in place using True Earth product, and I really like it. I'm glad I took the plunge and sent for it. It goes on really well. You have to mask, obviously, to actually get the demarcation lines pretty clear. But you know, I'm really chuffed with it. Was surprised how well it came out. I did have to give it 2 coats. The first coat goes on and you think, it's not going to do too good. But when you go on with that second light coat, just dab in with a brush, and it's not this one, but this is one I applied it with. But I got a dabber, and you just dab it. Basically, it just comes out really perfect. I'm just so chuffed with it, so being my first one as well. So my next one, my Tuss 2, will be actually done using the same method. I don't see the point in getting the airbrush filthy and having to clean it at all. So this has worked out well. I haven't put the side skirts on, but I put them there for a reason, because what I've done is, you might notice is that the loop that the crew step out of the front of the vehicle on either side has been cut off. I've decided to put a bit of wire on there because I think it would look more authentic, but the twined wire, that is, and I've drilled the holes all ready to take it. So I'll have a loop, and then once the loop's dry, the super glue's dried, holding the wire in place, I would just pull down a little bit in the middle, so you've got that sort of a V shape. Because I've noticed on a lot of photographs, it actually stays in a similar pattern where it's been used so much. So I decided to go with that, so that should look good on both sides. Excuse me, the old cold's still with me. What else is there? I'll put the headlights on now, because obviously once I remove the masking material I can put my headlights on, so they're all in situ now. No lenses, because I've got some aftermarket lenses there for the front and the rear. Machine gun's already built up, but I didn't put it on there because I wanted to be able to show the anti-slip in place without being too heavily masked. What else is there? I think that's really it for the video, but all I can say is it does go on really well. I think anyone who gets this system will find it doesn't smell. I sat in where I'm still sitting now without no exterior. There's no smell worth mentioning, and it is actually an acrylic paint, and it's non-toxic, and it's brushable, cleanable. The brushes are cleanable by water, which makes it fantastic, because the cleaning is always normally the hardest bit. So now we've got a system in place where we can actually do a decent anti-slip on an armoured vehicle, and it's water soluble, so you can actually clean your brush as well. It's fantastic, lovely. It is resin based, so once it dries, it's dried. You can scrub it off with the toothpick, which I did have with me earlier on. Here it is over here. The toothpick, because there's places like where it just went a little bit down the side. I used the toothpick slowly, and it rubbed it off. But you have to, not too much pressure. And good wood. This woodpick, let's get it right here. This toothpick or cocktail stick, as we like to call it, won't affect any of the plastic, because it's not a solid material. It's nice and soft, as long as you don't rub too hard, of course. But yeah, it really worked well, as I think you can see here, and I am chuffed with it. So there you go. I can get on with the build now, and that's the end of this short update. My next update will obviously show the vehicle in a little bit more of a built up state with his undercoat on, first undercoat, and that'd be a little bit longer down the road, but I may show it again just before that. But anyway, we'll see. But I'm happy with it. The anti-slip worked really well, and I'm glad I didn't use Mr. Surfacer, because it would have smelled the place out, even with the extractor on. But in regards to this lovely True Earth product, I can do nothing but recommend it myself. I will be using it all the time. You know, you must be able to change the pattern slightly by a bit more heavily if you want it heavier, by going in with 3 coats. So, but this was just 2 very light coats. The first coat was all just painted on. The second coat was dabbed on, and to fill all the areas around where it's little gaps, and it come out really well. So anyway, that's the True Earth anti-slip product, and it's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.